Makosi, Daue, and Hanyang. Anyway, the dream interpretation, why we should be, the reason why I'm doing this is because certain dreams, when we are explaining them, sometimes we forget that this is part of our lives. What is happening to us in life, currently happening to us, is reflected to us in dreams. And some of the dreams that we're getting are directly from the ancestors, have nothing to do with what is happening to us on a day-to-day reality, right? They're coming directly from ancestors for us to look at certain things in the way that ancestors, sometimes they want to reveal things to us. But anyway, let me just quickly get my thing. Go. All right. Okay. Situational dreams and ancestral dreams. Situational dreams and ancestral dreams. That is what I'm going to be talking to you about. Situational and ancestral. So sometimes when we're getting the dreams, they are just for us to look at things that are affecting us on a day-to-day. So we need to be taken into the dream state to look at them properly, in the way that we'll understand what is actually affecting us, in the way that is affecting us, the reality of things. We go to the dream state to look at those things properly, right? So some dreams, like I said, they have nothing to do with reality. They're directly from ancestors. And we're going to talk about that. But remember that when these dreams are coming to us, especially when you want someone to look at your dreams, you want someone to interpret your dreams, first you need to rule out that this is nothing to do with what is happening to you on a day-to-day, right? For yourself, when you're sharing a dream with someone, you want, remember that dreams are, in a way, they're therapeutic, right? They're helping us process things that we are dealing with in the dream state. When we are in peace in the dream state, sometimes we're at war. But in the dream state, that is why we are taken there. So now, when our ancestors are coming with their big dreams have nothing to do with us. It is our ancestors. They are sharing their knowledge, or they are revealing things to us that we were not aware of. They are revealing them to us in the dream state. Big things. This is where you see big dreams where ancestors, they turn into different big things in waters and stuff like that. Or sometimes you see ancestors revealing themselves to you in the dream in different forms, right? But the reason why I'm doing this is to separate between what is happening to you in the day to day. And when ancestors are using people in your dreams, they're using places in your dreams, they're using things like symbols in your dream, but they want you to look at those things and look at what is currently happening to you, so that corrections, additions, things can be made, changes can be made. You're changing things in the dream state so that in real life you'll be able to look at things properly. So now, when you want someone to look at your dreams, to interpret your dreams, you need to remember that someone doesn't know what is happening to you generally in real life, and they are not using their ancestors to channel, and ancestors can tell you what is happening. So you need to explain your dream, that my dream started like this, right? Your dream started like this, because a dream always starts somehow. It started like this. Now, the people in my dreams were this. I saw these people in the dream. These people, they looked familiar. They are the people that I know in a day-to-day. Oh, they are people that I do not know. I've never met them before. Now, that will play an important role when someone is interpreting your dream. These are people I know. These are people that I do not know. I've never met them before. Now, when there are people that you know, remember that each person that we meet and we get to talk to, even if you don't talk to, you already, when you meet them, you start, this is when we start judging people by looking at someone. You get an impression that this person is like this, right? You just get an impression, this person is like this. This is when we ancestors are using these people in our dreams. They will use that person in the dream because that person gives you that impression. Even in the dream, the ancestors will use those people. They'll play that important role. That kind of the way you look at them in the dream as well, your ancestors will be looking at, they'll be using them so that you can look at the things that they are revealing for you in the dream using the person's character in the dream, the role that they play in your life. Now, that is when they're using people. Now, when they're using the location, like they're using other people's houses, they're using your house, or they're using the place that is familiar to you, or they're using the place that is unfamiliar to you. What they're trying to do, the ancestors, they're putting you in that environment because in the environment that we are used to, we will behave in a certain way, right? You behave in a particular way. Sometimes, let's say you go into your friend's house. When you get there, if it is a friend that you're good with and stuff like that, you relax. And there are certain things that you'll do in that house that will make you relax and you will not be threatened. But when you're put in a place that is unfamiliar to you, the way you behave, even your conduct will change because you'll try to fit the environment that you're in because it is unfamiliar environment. Therefore, you'll behave in this particular way or you'll behave in this way. So when ancestors are using those environment that we are not familiar with, they'll be showing us our behaviors as well. That being put in that unfamiliar place, this is how we are behaving. As well, even the reaction to whatever it is that the scenario that they're playing there, it will be different because you are in an unfamiliar environment. Therefore, you will behave or you react in a particular way. That is when ancestors are using that. Now, we're talking situational. This is context of the situational dream, right? The first thing is that you're put in this environment, you know, I'm in this particular place. Am I comfortable or am I uncomfortable? You're put with these people. Are these people familiar to me? If they are, what do I think about them? If they are not, still in that dream, what impression did they bring? Did they make me feel anxious? Did they make me feel confident? Or did they make me feel somehow comfortable in that dream? Because by doing that in that dream, it will make the reaction, the way you react in that dream, you'll be reacting according to whether you were feeling threatened or whether you were not feeling threatened. Therefore, your behavior will be like this if you're feeling threatened, or if you're not feeling threatened, your behavior will be this particular way as well. Situational. Now, when it comes to emotions in the dream, remember that our ancestors are put, some things are happening to us in real life. The way we are dealing with the situation, the way we are managing in a day-to-day, sometimes we are not managing very well. Let's just say things are not going right. You lost your job. You're asking your ancestors, you're partly, my ancestors, every job I get into, I lose it. I just get in there, I work for 2 months and I lose the job. So what is happening with me? What is wrong with me? Now, the answers, this is situational, right? It is based on what is happening to you. You ask your ancestors to look at what is happening to you. They will take you now to the place that they think by taking you there, you'll be able to look at yourself properly to see how you react and how you react among other people. Meaning that when you're at work, physical, when you're at work, this is what is happening to you in real life. You behave like this. That's why you end up not working for 2 months. You end up being, your employers, they tell you to leave. Now they take you to school, meaning that now this is based on a situation that is happening to you in real life. Your ancestors, they want you to observe yourself in a school setting, because in a school setting, you know, because you've been to school, you know that in school, you're supposed to behave like this, you're supposed to be like this, and that place, they're supposed to be catering you like this. At a school, the school's environment is supposed to be like this for you as a student. Your ancestors have taken you to school so that you can observe yourself relating to something to do with work, how you were like, your behaviors there. Okay, in school, maybe you get late all the time. Now, when you're thinking about it in real life, this is parallel to what is happening to you in real life. At work, every time you go there late, you do not even tell the employer why you are there at work late, why you sometimes are not coming to work. In school as well, they will show your ancestors. When you go there to school, sometimes you get there late, sometimes you're there, you're not doing the schoolwork. Your teacher as well as schools keeps on asking you, what happened? Why haven't you done your homework? Because at work as well, you don't complete your tasks. When your employer is asking you to complete your tasks, you're not completing them. So this is parallel to what is happening to you in real life. So that is when it is situational. Our ancestors are taking us to the dream state so that we can look at the things that we need to correct. We need maybe sometimes to better ourselves, to improve ourselves by doing this way. So therefore, they will be taking you to school so that you can look at yourself and you can try to improve yourself. In the school setting, you will see how they correcting you there, as well as when you wake up as well, you'll be reflecting. Okay, so my ancestors now, they're taking me to school, but I was asking them about work. Why my work, I'm always being fired at work. They're just taking me to school. Okay, let me think and reflect properly. What could be causing this? Then you remember in the dream what? You were always late. Now you're corresponding at work. You were always what? You're always late. You don't give your employer explanation why things are like this. Why you always, sometimes you're even lying. The transport, you couldn't get there on time. You didn't have money to get there. Now your ancestors, they want you to correct that so that when you go to the next employer, you'll do better because they will corrected you in the dream state. That was situational dreams. Now, when it comes to some dreams, they call the people that we are, okay, this is teaching dreams. When they are teaching you ancestors now, you are a healer. You're going to be working with others. It's situational, right? You're going to be working with others. You need to know how to heal others. You need to know first, you need to heal yourself and know how to heal others. As well, ancestors will create a situation for you in the dream state. They will show you doing particular things that, let's just say, cleansing, how to cleanse others. Your ancestors, they have to use you because this is teaching. They're teaching you about how you're supposed to do things in real life, right? They're teaching you in the dream, you see yourself, you're cleansing. They're showing you someone cleansing you because the ancestors are saying, this is how we cleanse someone who's got this kind of problem. Because in the dream, it will be running like, you've got this problem. Therefore, when you've got this problem, your ancestor, you get someone cleansing you, a healer cleansing you. That was situational. They're cleansing you because it's based on you, because you need cleansing. And then as well, they're teaching you that when someone comes to you as a healer, they need to be cleansed. You're doing it like that. It is situational. It is situational. It is situational. In real life, you need cleansing. In the dream, they'll show you we cleanse like this. And as well, you go physically cleanse. But as well, when someone comes to you as a healer, you cleanse them like that. So you're learning on the process. It is you, but then you're learning. Anyway, so when it comes to ancestral big dreams, remember with ancestors, we are not going to be just working on ourselves only or working with others. Remember, we're going to be understanding how we deal with nature. We're going to be using herbs, right? We're going to be dealing with animals and stuff like that. We're going to be sent out there in the bushes to look for the herbs to heal people. So you need to understand nature. This one was in reference to someone was asking me about the ants and stuff like that. So we need to understand nature, meaning that we need to understand what certain animals, they behave like this for this reason. Certain animals will do this, they live this, meaning that naturally animals will eat, they will number twos, what they call it, animals do discard, right? Some animals, even the birds with the feathers, they will discard their feathers. Sometimes certain animals, you will see that they've passed there because they've left the fruit, they print there, stuff like that. So ancestors are teaching us about nature. When you see in your dreams, you see animals in your dreams, you need to study them. Because to study them, you'll be able to understand that when we see certain animals in these particular places, it means this, because now you're learning about nature, animals, you're going to be learning about plants. In that place where you see those animals, you will see this particular kind of plants. And sometimes they have to use natural phenomena. Things are happening, like someone was explaining, like what they call it, when the lavas comes in, the tsunamis and stuff like that. So they'll be using those kind of big natural phenomena to explain something to us. When these kind of things are happening, when they go, what happens to the environment that we live in? This kind of things will happen. They will leave this kind of imprint. So therefore, if we are healers and soon to be healers, when these natural things have happened, we know that the kind of plants we're going to find in those areas are going to be like this. Are they going to be good or not good plants? Depending on whether the soil, there was some soil erosion, whatever it has happened there. If we have to dig them down, it means something would have happened. Therefore, it might not be good, or it might be good for the plants or the herbs that we're going to be using to heal others. So that's why sometimes you see we are put with animals, we put with different things are happening to us, natural things are happening there, like what they call it, natural phenomenon, those big things, like things like that, I guess, like even lightning. When lightning comes, this happens and stuff like that. It leaves this kind of energy around in that particular place. So these are the kind of things that we see in our dreams. It means our ancestors, they not only want us to learn about ourselves as human beings, but they want us to learn about the environment that we live in as well. They want us to learn about the animals that we live with as well. They want us to learn about cosmology as it is. So some dreams will be big dreams. They are teaching dreams. Ancestors are teaching us about all these different kind of things. Anyway, that was just that. Okay, that was situational and ancestral dream, big dreams from ancestors. Now, sometimes some things will happen to you that in some dreams will just come directly from, they don't have anything related to what is currently happening to you. They are directly coming from your ancestors. They are making you aware of something that you were not yet aware of, or you were not even thinking about. Because your ancestors can see what is happening to you on a day-to-day. That if they don't reveal something to you in the dream state that you are not yet aware of, it will cause problems ahead. So that is why it is a situational, but it is based on what ancestors think that you need to be to be made aware at that particular time. Now, in those dreams, you will see that you're dreaming about something that you don't even, it is nothing related to what is happening to you in your real life. But that thing brings out an emotion. When you're dreaming, it brings out a deep emotion when you're waking up. Even in the dream, you'll have that deep emotion. When you wake up as well, it will be affecting. You'll be thinking deeply about it because your ancestors made you aware of something that you were not even thinking about. But it brings out an emotion. But when you try to understand that emotion, you try to follow back, you realize that that emotion, now that's when we're going backwards, that deep emotion is related to what? Something has happened back that you can't remember. Something has happened back there. It is being made, is being brought to your attention so that you can deal with it. So that is why some dreams, they might be confusing, but they leave that big emotion to us. Like it's a deep emotion. Anyway, that is just that. So when it comes to dreams, we need to try to understand what is being revealed to us. Remember that we are people who are healing, we are people who are learning, we are people who need to understand nature. People, and when I'm saying nature, I mean like everything that is happening around us. We need to understand. You're dreaming about animals, study them. You're dreaming about people that you know. You need to try to understand why are they being brought to you. Why are they being brought to you? As well, when they're coming to you, you need to think, is this person that is being brought to me in my dream that I know of, I live with them, or family member or neighbor, what do I think about them in real life? What do I think about them in real life? Now, they were in my dream. What did my ancestors want me to be aware of? Because this person, I think about them like this. In the dream, did they do something that is unusual to what they tend to give me? I'm talking about the impression. Did they behave the way that I know them, that they'll behave like this actually in general, in real life? But in the dream, did they behave the way that they'll behave? So your ancestors there, they wanted you to be aware that, okay, if they behave in the way that they will not normally behave like that. For me, the dreamer, what did I do? How did I think about things that were happening in that dream? How did I react about those things that were happening in the dream? And what do I feel? So when you're explaining your dreams to someone, do not forget about how you behaved, how you reacted, how you felt, because those things are very important in the dream, because those things are the things that will help us understand what it is that is happening in your life, that your ancestors, they want you to be aware of in the dream state, so that you can correct, so that you can move forward, so that you can grow as a human being. But if you're just saying, I was at school, school is a place of learning, it really doesn't mean anything to anyone. Remember, we need to heal. To heal, you need to express yourself. You need to let someone know the emotion that you felt in that dream, because it is always there. And what you were thinking in the dream, because we are always thinking. It is the dream is just we are being taken in the dream. It's just what is happening physically. Physically, you think, you behave, you react, you will feel. In the dream as well, we behave, we think, we react to things, and we feel something. So you need to express yourself that in that dream, okay, I was looking at things, I was not feeling something. Even that not feeling something, it means there's something there. Because as a person, something doesn't affect you, we need to understand why things don't affect you, because there must be something, right? You're affected, yes, there's something. You're not affected, yes, there's still something. So we need to be able to express ourselves properly, especially when we're sharing dreams. Yes, we're sharing dreams. The context is very important. It is very important. It's very important, because when we're dealing with situational things, we can't go forward. We can't move forward without being expressive, expressing ourselves in the way that someone who doesn't know what is happening to us in our day to day will be able to make you understand what is happening to you in the dream state. So explain it as it is in detail. I was like this. I saw this. This place looks all right. This thing didn't look all right. Therefore, in that dream, I was thinking like this. When I came out, I was associating that symbol I saw in the dream. That is what was amplified to me. That was made it was brought to my attention in that dream. I was nothing else in that class I was seeing, but there was that student that was sitting down there at the corner. That was what was amplified to me in the dream. Therefore, it means your people, they want you to look at that student to try to understand why that student was doing whatever the student was doing in that dream. When you come out and you reflect in the dream, the amplification, something was amplified. It is that student. What did that student bring to your consciousness? As in the thinking, the emotions, the reaction towards that one. So it is always good to express ourselves like I was thinking, I was feeling, I reacted like this in the dream. It's very important. It's very important. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Oops. I'm busy. No. That was my boy. He wanted to come in. Anyway, that is just that. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because of the dreams that were shared today. It really, I was struggling there. Bayete, Happy, Makosi Tabani, Awa Gwikanya, and Katlego Tobel. Yes. So, okay, bye. So that is what it is all about. Anyway, there's another thing that I need to share. Remember that, especially when it comes to situational dreams, remember that people affect us, as in even people that we don't see. People affect us in different ways in real life. They affect us, really, really affect us. Now, when we are healing or we are trying to correct things about things that are happening to us in a day-to-day, a lot of people will be used to help us deal with whatever it is that they've caused. They affected us in that particular way. They'll be brought there in the dream state so that that thing can be looked at properly. The way we were affected by those people in real life, they have to be brought in the dream state so that we can look at it properly. Why was that person affecting me like this? Now, that's when we're talking about when ancestors are bringing our lovers. Our lovers. Because lovers, they tend to affect us a lot in our day-to-day. They affect us deeply in a way that it affects everything to do with anything. The way you eat, the way you live, the way you dress, the way you raise a family, the way you look at things, the way you help other people heal out there. Those are big things. They affect us a lot. So when they are bringing us in the dream, especially for healing, they'll bring the people that affected us deeply in the dream state. They don't necessarily mean that these people are coming in because obviously you were feeling something about them. Therefore, it means even in the dream, when you come out, that means that person is going to come into your life. No. They come in the dream state to help us deal with that big emotion that they've arose in us that has affected us on a day-to-day. So ancestors, they go and bring back the old-timers, the exes. They bring them back. When it comes to our friends as well, the way they affect us as well, ancestors will use them. When they want to show us that this kind of a friend, I'm talking about situational dream, this kind of a friend, it is good for you. This kind of a friend, it is not good for you. This kind of a friend, look at it properly. They bring them in your situational dreams because they are showing you that, my child, when we are trying to talk to you, this kind of friend will affect you like this. Will affect you like this. They are not saying in real life they'll affect you like this because in real life they are like that. But they're showing you in the dream because they want to bring the message of the dream. They're using that person to show you that when you're with this person and we are trying to let you learn about this particular thing, you see what you are like with this person. They're affecting you like this. Instead of listening to what we are supposed to be telling you, this friend is affecting you like this. You're not listening. Now you start doing other things that you're not supposed to be doing in the dream state. Your ancestors are giving you two things. They're giving you two information. One is educational. One, they're just telling you about the kind of people that you have in your life. That's why sometimes in this journey, when we're losing people, we don't understand why. Our ancestors, they take us to the dream state to show us. Actually, that person, if they were in your life, their standing in your life is like this. They will affect you like this. They have affected you, but you haven't seen in the past. But in the future, they will affect you like this. Because now we're bringing them into your state for you to become aware that if they were to come back in your life, they will affect you like this. Now it's up to you whether you take it or you don't take it. It is based on the situation. The people that we are with will affect us in the future like that. It is ancestors, situational dream. Now, when it comes to, that was the dreams, remember that something that is happening to us, our ancestors want to help us, right? They want us to make a lot of money. And keep our relationship, make our relationship strong. They look at what is happening to us. And then they show us in the dream what we can correct or what we can add and make it better or what we can improve. Now, when it comes to them just showing us like something like this, you've forgotten about it, it's from the way back, then they will show it to you in the dream. But when it's big ancestral dream, it's totally standalone. Standalone ancestral dream. Standalone. Now, sometimes ancestors can use big dreams to give us information about a situation. Our ancestors can use big dreams to give us an educational dream. Meaning that you can be in those big waters under the sea with ancestors, ancient ones, who turned into different forms of different animals. And they give you a situation about what is currently happening in your spiritual journey. It is a big dream, but as well, it comes with a situational dream. There are two in one. Big, huge dreams and situational. It is educational sometimes, but most of the time they're educational. So you're underground, under the sea. When I'm saying underground, you're in the sea. You're seeing these things that you never even knew that they exist. You're seeing people in the sea because obviously it's the spirits, isn't it? You're with the spirits there. Your ancestors who used to work with those spirits. Now they're revealing themselves, but as well they're giving you, they're setting the situation for you as well. They're testing you as well, and then they're teaching you. Because remember, if you're gonna become a healer, you need to be tested. You need to be taught and you need to be tested. They need to test you to see if you're capable of doing what they will want you to do in the dream state. So those are the ancestral dreams. Big dreams. Rudo, Togos. So that is just that. What am I forgetting? Okay. Yeah, so we need to understand those things. It is as simple, should not say simple, but it's just like that. So situational relate to what is happening to you, right? Ancestral one will be big ones. And like someone was explaining the candles today, remember that when your people are showing you about these big ones, these things, the candles or the ancestral cloth, a lot of these dreams we just don't pay attention to. A lot of the dreams about the candles, the candle colors, and a lot of ancestral cloth, they're educational. They are really educational. They are teaching you about the color of your cloth. They are teaching you about the color of the candle and how to use it. So therefore, they will be in the dream, they will be playing a scenario. Something is happening there. Sometimes the dream comes in threes, meaning that you have three dreams. You have one dream, it ends. You have another dream, it's got the message. You've got this third dream, it explains everything. What has happened, right? That is the dream. That's the educational dream. They are teaching you that we wear this cloth because something like this has happened. So this cloth, it means that we need to what do they call it? We need to protect ourselves, or we need to deal with that situation that has happened by wearing this cloth. Or with this cloth, when you're talking to us, this is what will happen. We'll be able to reach you properly, because with this cloth, it gets you to a different kind of level, ancestral. When they are watching you, you're wearing it, you're covered. Remember that ancestors, when they're looking at us, they're looking at our etheric body. This is what they see in us. They see whether we want cleansing or we don't need cleansing, or whatever it is that we need. So now you're covered. My child, wear this cloth, because when we're talking to you, because of whatever that has happened to you, this cloth will help you with this. When we are watching you, we are looking at you, we want to channel through you so you can hear us. You wear this cloth, so we'll reach you better. That is your ancestors with the cloth. And as well, sometimes they show us this cloth. This cloth is nothing to do with you. This is the cloth that we use as healer to healer. We exchange, we give each other cloth. Remember this cloth as well, even the colors. Some colors have nothing to do with you. Even in the dream, they will show you this cloth, you're giving it to someone. This is like a gift. When someone comes to you and you're helping them with this spiritual journey as a kind of like a friendship, you give them this cloth. It is like saying, we are now friends. You get this kind of color for the cloth. and that person goes and you start seeing people wearing different the cloth that you don't understand. It is a friendship, ancestor to ancestor. They're gifting each other. Like from us, our gift to you is this color. That is ancestral cloth. Now, you know as well, because they will be showing you in the dream. You'll see ancestors. Obviously, they will be showing themselves as people that you sometimes don't know, or spirits, sometimes people that you don't know, or even animals. I guess they can gift each other cloth. Animal taking the cloth and giving it to another, and they're excited. They're clapping hands for friendship. That's why different colors are used differently for different people. Ancestral cloth. But the reason why I'm giving you this is I'm talking about situational dream, meaning that the dream starts like this, it runs like this, because the message in that dream is based on whatever that is happening in that dream. But sometimes whatever that is happening in that dream is based on what is happening in your current life, or whatever that is happening in that dream is based on what has happened in past. Something has happened in the past. They are bringing it to your awareness. You were not aware of it. Sometimes it's nothing to do with that. It's just ancestors. Too much information they've got. Now they're sharing with us. That is big ancestral dream. Anyway, remember that we are spiritual people. We inherit. Inheritance is huge in ancestral realm. We inherit the knowledge. The knowledge is that ancestors, they are bringing us more things first. Candles, use the red and white. That is information, big information. They're sharing big information with us. My child, you use the divination bones like this, big information, this big ancestral dream. But as well, they're coming with situational. You see someone coming in, running away from the police. They get in, someone throw the bones and say, use this, wipe this, and then you become invisible. Situational dream, and then educational. Your ancestors are teaching you that with situations like this, we deal with it like this, giving you the things to do. That is our ancestors with big information, knowledge from our own people. Anyway, Sabelo, yeah, I think that is just that. The reason why I'm sharing this is because we need to express ourselves properly. When we want someone to look at our dreams, we need to give people context, proper context. The people in the dream, the environment, the message in that dream, what you got, what you were saying, what the people said, how you felt, what you were thinking. Actually, a lot of our dreams, like I said, the thinking is very important in the dream, because the message is directly like that. They'll just give it to you like that. You're thinking about it. That's it. Your ancestors have given you the message. You do not even need to go to someone. The message was there. You were thinking about it in the dream. Your ancestors, they got you nicely there. But if you avoid that bit of yourself, then it becomes difficult, because it means someone is going to be thinking for us. And we do not want people thinking for us. We want our ancestors making us think about the important message in the dream. Anyway, that is just that. Notando. No, we're notando. So that is just that. That is just that. So it is important. It is important. But remember that as well, when we're talking about these things, always go back to your ancestors. Remember that always go back to your ancestors. Ancestors, they understand us very well. Understand us very well. And sometimes, even when we think that they're not actually listening and paying attention, when we don't understand something, we run it back to them, and we don't feel like they're feeding us back. They're replying to us. They are. It's just that we are not aware of it, because we want something else, them to explain something like you've seen when we were showing you going to the shop, my child, and you were buying bread. It means this, in real life, it means that you're buying bread because you're hungry with the next dream. You see, you're now sitting down, you're eating that bread. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. It is about how it started. The ancestors, they want you to think about, okay, I came out of the house to go to the shop to buy bread. Now, As a person, when you walk to the shop, you're going to see outside what is happening, if you're passing people or not, and what you're thinking when you're passing and you're seeing people. I'm talking about physical. In the dream as well, you're doing exactly the same thing. When you get in the shop, what is the shop assistant, the person who's serving you, what are they doing? Are they treating you well? Are they not treating you well? Your reaction. You must have reacted somehow. You must have been thinking they're thinking about you in a different way. That's why they were talking to you like this, or that's why they were not talking to you like the way you expected them to talk to you. That is your ancestors talking to you. Your ancestors are talking to you. It has nothing to do with the shop. They're just using the shop because it is the place that at least you'll be able to observe yourself going to the shop and buying bread and coming out with bread. But the message was that, my child, you've got a problem in real life. Look at yourself, the way you interact with people. When you go to the shop, you're purchasing something. Someone is the way they're treating you. They're taking your money, and the way they're even giving you change. They're not giving you the change the way that you're supposed to give it to you. But what are you saying about it? You didn't say anything. You took it. You were angry on the way back. You didn't say anything to someone. That is your ancestors now. They're telling you, you've got something wrong. There's something wrong there with you. You're not expressing yourself properly. That's why people are running all over you. But they were using the shop because the shop has to be a place that you will know that I'm supposed, as a customer, to be treated like this. The bread, if I'm buying bread, a bread's supposed to be fresh. If I'm buying bread, I'm looking at it, it's fresh. Is it worth the money that I'm paying for? Yes. And as well, is the change the right change? Yes. What do I do? Thank you. Then you go home. Your ancestors are showing you, my child, this is how things are like. It's supposed to be like that. But then you're thinking, but why am I in the shop? Why did I go in the shop if everything was right? Why was I going there? Why would the ancestors want to show me doing the right things? That is the question you ask yourself. Then you look at it properly. Then you realize, actually, even though I was doing that, everything seems to have gone right when I was in that shop buying that bread. There's something there I didn't write. I cannot buy bread from a place like that. That place didn't look like it's a place that I'll buy food that I'll eat. Even though that thing looked fresh, I took it, it looked fresh, the bread looked fresh, it was the right price. But that environment, you see, you became aware of something that was not right. With the place where you bought what? The food that's supposed to eat. It has to be a good place that when you're eating from there, you know that there are no mice and rats running around, right? Because you wouldn't want to eat from places like that in real life. Parallel. But the shop is just being used. It's just a place like that. Look at yourself like this in that place. It's a situational thing. Something is happening. How you deal with things. Anyway, that is just that. That is just that. I was just sharing this so that when we're sharing our dreams, we'll think about it properly. Really, really properly. Properly isn't proper. And as well, there's another one that I was thinking about from that dream that was asked. What was it about? The cars. Anyway, that one I've explained the cars. Anyway, that is just that, guys. I think we harnessed each other. Remember that when you get dreams, go back to your ancestors, spirits and guides. Reflect to them. They're the only people who can tell you exactly how things are like, properly, not outside. Outside we go when everything we just cannot, our people, we can't reach them properly. We go outside. But the most important is our ancestors, spirits and guides. They're the ones doing all those things. We go back to them. We tell them what we think, and then they correct us. Please, let's not forget to do that. It is very important as spiritual people to trust the people who are sending us those dreams. It is very, very important to do that, because the moment you fail to do that, your dreams are going to be confusing even more. But the people who won't be confused are our people that we are dealing with, those who are looking after us, those who are guiding us, our ancestors. Remember, our ancestors, they're looking after us properly. So That's why we're dreaming about them. We are dreaming with them. They are in those dreams with us, helping us see things properly the way we're supposed to see them. And Khanya, 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 and Khanya, Khanya. Remember, I'm Khanyising you here. I am Khanyising you. And Khanya.